Good morning friends. Today we are going to understand biomolecules. So let's get started. Friends, what are biomolecules? Biomolecules are biological molecules that are produced by a living cell. As we already know that all living organisms are made up of some chemicals or some chemical compounds. If a chemical analysis is performed on a living cell, for example a plant tissue or an animal tissue or microbial paste, then the list of elements we get, for example carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. So biological molecules are the molecules produced by the living cells. So we move forward. If we will look at a structure of biomolecule, it is a complex three-dimensional folded configuration. Biomolecules are basically produced by cells and living organisms. The four major types of biomolecules we know, for example, are carbohydrates, lipids, nucleic acids, and proteins. So these are organic biomolecules produced by the living cells, and these are carbon compounds that are obtained from the living tissues are biomolecules. And biomolecules can be divided into two categories: organic biomolecules, which are composed of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, for example carbohydrates, proteins, fats, nucleic acids, and vitamins. And inorganic biomolecules are minerals, gases, and water. We move forward. Large macromolecules. Some biomolecules which are large, these are known as macromolecules, which are proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, and nucleic acid. These are the most abundant biomolecules present in a cell, and some small molecules such as vitamins and hormones. If you look at a cell, you can see nucleus. It is a chromosome. A chromosome is present. It is composed of DNA, and DNA is composed of nucleotide. Okay. Now, if you look at a plasma membrane, that is composed of a protein, and protein is composed of amino acids. Now, cell wall, it is a plant cell. This cell wall is composed of cellulose, and the basic unit is sugar. So, you can see these carbohydrates, proteins, and nucleotides, these lipids, proteins, nucleotide, these macromolecules plays a very important role in a living cell. Now we move forward. These are the biological molecules: nucleic acids, lipids, which are very important component of a cell membrane, carbohydrates or glucose, or proteins, which form a building block of our body. These are the biomolecules of life: carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids, which are macromolecules in our body. If we will look at a carbohydrate, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids, and what are its function in our body, and what are the elements and the monomeric unit of these macromolecules. Monomeric unit means single unit. Okay, if you look at a carbohydrate, it is made up of monosaccharide unit. Single monosaccharide units, when joined together, they polymerize to form polysaccharides. It is the elements which are formed: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, which plays a very important role in the formation of this organic compound carbohydrate. For example, sugar, starch, cellulose. It is a major source of energy in our body. Now we come to second, that is a protein. Next macromolecule, protein. Protein is made up of amino acids. Many amino acids are joined together to form a protein. It is basically composed of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, and it serves as a major building block for tissues including muscle, skin, and organs. For example, myoglobin, insulin, collagen. Next, we come to the third category of biomolecule, that is lipids. Lipids are made up of glycerol and fatty acids chains. So, the major elements: carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Lipids are the structure and function of cell membrane. For example, fat, oil, and wax. Next and the last is nucleic acid. as we already know, all the nucleic acid, whether it is DNA or RNA, it is composed of nucleotides, and the elements are involved: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus. It is basically, nucleic acids are the storage of genetic information, for example DNA or RNA. So these are the major macromolecules which plays a very important role in our body: carbohydrate, protein, lipids, nucleic acids. And thank you so much.